All right, welcome to another video by Lynn Creations, Log Analysis Made Easy, and we are going to show how to navigate and do some of the basic stuff inside of ProxMox. Basically, I want to be able to set up some servers, clone some servers, and create virtual machines. Very first thing I'll need to do is I need to get up a ISO so that I can actually use that to build my operating systems. I already have some here, so we're just going to ignore the fact that I already have some virtual machines here. You're going to come over here to your data center. This will be generic no matter what you call it. It should be called data center. And then this will be your very first node. I don't know the exact term they call it, but it will be my virtual image. And if I expand that, ignore these are my machines. You can tell if they're turned on or not based off their color. These grayed out, they're not turned on. This one is on. If I come down, but I'm looking here for local, the name here, this is the name of my server was lame test. But I want to find local, and that's my hard drive. I don't know what you want to call it. It's your partition. You can do backups, ISO images, etc. I'm going to come down here. Notice my ISO images. These are the ones I already have loaded. But if I don't have them loaded, I would go and upload or download from a URL. If I already have them downloaded, I can just upload the file, pick the location, give it a file name, and away we go. So if I select a file, for example, I'll go to my D drive here, I could go load ProxMox up. Open that, and I just hit upload, and away it goes. I can download from a URL, and that's going to basically say, hey, put the URL in there, and it will pull that URL down instead of having to download it. I've never done it that way, but it's an option. Anyway, so now that I have my ISOs, I can create a VM. And let's say I want to build we're going to call this YouTube Windows. It's going to say, what resource pool do you want to use? You'll just leave that alone. As soon as you name it, you got the OS that lights up. I'll come over here and I'll say what OS I want to use. I'll do Microsoft Windows, and I can go grab my ISO image. It's going to grab any of the three I did. So here I'll actually start setting up my server. I can use a physical CD, but I'm just going to keep with the ISO. And now that I've done that, system lights up. I hit next, and you can mess with your graphics card if you've got anything, but I don't. No reason to change any of this. Come down to EFI storage, go local LVM. That's going to use my internal storage. If I want to add any TPM storage, we'll just, again, put it to your local hard drive, disks. Just leave that alone. What disk size do I want? We're going to go with a 60 gig disk drive. If I want to change bandwidth, which I don't, leave that alone. Now I'm going to come to CPU. How many sockets? How many cores? I'm just going to go up to 4 cores. Now memory, I'll leave it at 4096. If I want to make any network changes, I'm good with that. I hit confirm. There's all my settings, and it says start after created. I'm going to do that. Hit finish, and there is my server. As soon as I open it, it opens up this VNC, which is a remote desktop, and it's just going to start the boot up. So I'll hit the any key, and away I go. Now I follow the installation instructions. I'll walk through this, but there's nothing special about setting up a Windows server. So I'm probably going to cut a lot of these so you don't have to watch the whole thing go. But I'll pick my keyboard layout, install now. I'm going to leave it as a desktop experience, leave it as Windows Server 2022. Sounds good. I accept. I'm going to do install, use the full 60 gig. away it goes. All right, other things I want to show. Here's a Windows 10 workstation. I've got a Ubuntu, Zeek, all of these on my Ubuntu vanilla. I just made vanilla OSs because I knew I was going to repeat them multiple times. And when they're shut off, like for example, this is running. If I right click it, it actually does have clone, which I'm surprised. I thought this wasn't enabled. Um, but anyway, if you don't get the cloning button, it's because your image is, the machine is running. So here's my Windows 10 box. We'll jump over. I can right click and I can hit clone. Really simple. I'm going to make me another machine name and I'm going to call it Splunk Indexer 2. This is all for a video. Someone wanted me to set up an entire clustered environment, so I'm going to have to do that. Resource pool, just leave it alone. Target storage, local LVM. We're good. I hit clone. It's going to make me another VM. It's that simple to clone. So now I can set up the operating system one time and then clone it. In reality, I should have Splunk basically all ready to go and then clone, but I'm whatever. This will just clone the operating system. So anyway, that's the ability to clone. We've shown how to upload, and I can just follow these steps if I wanted to. It's mostly ready. I'm not going to keep this video running for the operating system, but you can see it's very simple. Oh, one of the nice things, if I go here, I can come down to console and I can open up the No VNC console, and this opens me up a full screen window. So that's kind of nice. And you got different options. Anyway, hope this was helpful. Hope this helps you on your journey and that you can start being able to leverage ProxMox in your own home environment or at work. Anyway, hope you keep coming back to these videos and that they're of help.